What is going on, guys? Ryan Nelson here. And you know, it's really fun to talk about gear on this channel. Buy gear, bring in gear, test gear. And generally at some point I have to take that gear somewhere on location for a different photo shoot, different video shoot. So today I'm talking about gear bags, more specifically roller bags, and even more specifically after that, carry-on sized roller bags. Now there are a lot of options when you're looking for carry-on sized roller bags, but I've narrowed it down to 3 bags today. Today we're taking a look at the TSA Locks 21 roller bag. We're also taking a look at the Think Tank Video Transport 20. And because I am personally a huge fan of Pelican cases, I'm taking a look at the Pelican 1510 with the Trek Pack inserts. Now, mostly I was just curious about how the Trek Pack system worked and how versatile this was in comparison with your standard Velcro padded fabric inserts that you find in most camera bags. Now, since I do both photography and video, I wanted to pack all 3 of these bags up with a photo setup and then a video setup. So I kind of ran through, spent a little bit of time trying to make this as efficient as possible, get as much stuff in there as I possibly could. So with both of these setups, I found the TSA case to be a little awkward. It's kind of a funny shape overall. I still can fit everything in there, but it doesn't really seem super secure or super efficient the way I'm packing everything in here. It's just not nice, neat, and organized. I just kind of have to throw it all in there. That's where the Pelican and the Think Tank both pack everything in there really well, really snug, really tight. One big benefit I did find with the Think Tank bag is it's got a nice sleeve on the front of it. You can throw your laptop in there as well. That's just a huge bonus. Now, neither of these other bags had a spot for the laptop that's specific for a laptop. It's padded. It's gonna give it a little bit of protection. You're just gonna have to throw it in there with everything else and hope that your laptop doesn't start to get beat up. And as I was trying to organize all my gear in each 3 of these bags, I definitely found that the Think Tank bag had the most storage. And with the Think Tank, both with my photo setup and my video setup, I felt like I still had a little bit of room to spare after I got all my gear in there, so I could throw maybe a change of clothes in there, laptop charger. Just throwing a little bit extra in there, not a bad thing to have. Looking at them all next to each other, it is clearly the largest bag. But funny enough, when you start doing the exterior dimensions compared to the Pelican case, they are actually almost the same size. The Pelican just loses a lot of space for handles and the secure, rugged design of this bag. Not knocking the Pelican, I'm still a huge fan of them. I'm just saying you're losing a lot of space for these handles and these really rigid exterior components. So the Trek Pack system on the inside of the Pelican case, it was quite interesting to get this set up. It's kind of more of a one and done setup than just the padded things, because you got to be a little bit more specific with the way you set this thing up. It is still flexible once you're done, but a little bit less flexible than the pad and Velcro system that you find in most camera cases. I still like it, it's neat, it's clean, and it actually can be kind of versatile, but you're a little bit more limited on the sizing of what you can do with this. And then packing the Pelican case, I was actually surprised. It looked like there wasn't going to be a whole lot of space in here when I first started, but I was able to fit pretty much everything in here, no problems. And then with the Trek Pack system, it has a really nice, neat, clean look. So if you're a little OCD and you're really into clean, organized compartments, this Pelican is really going to be a good way to go. Once it's set up, it just looks clean as can be. And then when I was trying to pack up the TSA, like I said, I didn't feel like it was just the most efficient system. It comes with some really neat padding to put in and around your camera to make everything secure. But that being said, I didn't feel like I could organize it super efficiently or cleanly. And then when I was trying to put everything in the bag actually just kept closing in on itself, which I could find kind of obnoxious, especially if you're in and out of your bag a lot. The Think Tank bag, the Pelican case, they both just stay open, easy access, no worries there. While I was testing out these bags, I actually had a job where I had to hop on the road for about a week and travel around. So I decided to take one of these bags with me to test out on the road, see how it worked. And I decided to take the Think Tank bag with me because it was the largest bag. I could throw a bunch of gear in there. I could throw mics. I had my Sony FS5 in there, a couple of lenses, audio recorders, microphones, a few other accessories, and my laptop. It felt like a really solid setup on the road. And with a bonus, the camera gear that I had rented to bring along actually came with a Pelican 1510 case. It didn't have the Trek Pack dividers on the inside. It had the standard padded Velcro dividers, but that still worked out. So it gave me a really good feeling on both of these two bags and traveling with them. I did decide not to take the Tenba case with just because I had so much trouble with it and I didn't feel like it packed very nicely. Now, where I do see this Tenba case as being a very good setup is when you just have one camera as a solid setup. You don't want to set it up and break it down every time you go to shoot and put it away. You can just create this case as a one camera setup. Just put your full camera setup in there so you don't have to break it down. You get to your shoot location, you pull that camera out, you get to shooting, you're done, you put it away, zip it up, and move on. Now, if you have the space for that and you're not having to worry about consolidating all your gear into tight spaces, that's going to be a great bag. That being said, the Pelican case and the Think Tank case worked really well for trying to bring compact gear out on different locations, being very mobile. Now, there was a couple of times where I found the Pelican case really stood out over the Think Tank case, and that's when I went on a rafting trip and rented UTVs. The Pelican case is really the way to go there because they're waterproof, they're dustproof, not gonna have to worry so much about dunking my gear in the river, losing my gear, getting it all wet. And then with the UTVs, it was really dusty. So having a dustproof case was really nice. Being able to just kind of wipe that dust off, open it up, pull the camera out and start shooting versus just getting my camera bags really dusty and not being able to like really get that off and have that hanging around. And that's where the Pelican case is really gonna shine when you need a lot more protection from the elements, the weather, the dust, the rain, the rivers, in more extreme environments when you need a lot more protection from weather. But if you don't shoot in those harsh environments a lot, the Think Tank bag has some really nice features if you're just traveling. It does have built-in TSA locks for the main compartment if you ever need to check the bag. And then it actually has a built-in cable lock on the top, so if you're traveling solo and you need to run to the bathroom, instead of lugging all your gear with you, you can just lock that to your chair, run to the bathroom, come back, your gear is there safe and sound. Now, this being the biggest bag, if you're looking around online, there are some people that say they do have issues with this as a carry-on bag, and I can definitely see that if you're flying on smaller planes. That's where those locks come in handy if you have to gate check this bag. I did fly a Southwest flight. It did fit in the overhead compartment, no problems. Got a little heavy with the laptop and all the gear in there, but it fit. So to sum this up, the Tenba bag I thought was a fine bag. It's a good construction, but I didn't find it super useful unless you're just gonna have a one camera setup that you don't want to set up and break down on each shoot. Plus you're gonna need the space for that specific bag, plus all of your other gear. The Think Tank bag I think is gonna be the best value. It is definitely an expensive bag, but you get a lot of stuff with it. You get built-in TSA locks, you get a built-in cable lock, you have a laptop sleeve on the front. It comes with a ton of different padding options to make sure your gear is protected on the inside of this case. It comes with a rainfly. It also comes with a tripod mount, so you can mount the tripod to the outside of the bag while you're traveling. They really have put a lot of thought into this bag. It's well constructed. It's gonna last you quite a long time. Personally, I have a friend who's had his bag for over 10 years. He travels all the time, and honestly, his bag looks like it's been through a war zone, but everything still functions on it just fine. And then with the Pelican case, you can never go wrong with Pelican. It's a solid case. It's really good. You can sit on it, you can stand on it with gear in it. Although it is lacking a few options, doesn't have a laptop sleeve, and if you want to attach a tripod while you're traveling, that is an additional accessory you have to purchase. Although the price point of this case is a little bit less. And it might be the most economical option and definitely the most rugged option. So I've dropped a link down below in the description for all three of these bags. If you want to check one out, go ahead, check it out. Let me know what you think. Tell you what guys, if you found this video useful, do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button down there, hit that subscribe button down there if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.